In the clip presented today on my YouTube channel, I will talk about types of passenger aircraft, classification of commercial models. Stay like this, but stay with me in the next few minutes to be up to date. Do you travel by plane often? It means that for you, every destination is a new opportunity to discover new places and cultures. This is where the evolution of aviation has brought us. In just a few hours you can be in another country, far from home, breathing new air, enjoying new experiences to the fullest. But have you ever wondered what model of aircraft you're traveling on? Did you know that there are several companies that produce different types of aircraft, and they can be classified according to different criteria? You can get such a lesson from the very first days if you enroll in an airplane pilot course. In fact, each crew member has extensive knowledge of both meteorology and flight maneuvers, as well as technical and emergency situations. Until you decide on your new career prospects, we invite you to discover more details about passenger aircraft. Classification of passenger aircraft. Since we've already piqued your interest, you're probably wondering how fast a passenger plane flies, what its maximum seating capacity is, or how many engines it needs to fly above the clouds. Admittedly, the world of aviation is fascinating, and it's no wonder that a flight attendant course has become so affordable, but especially affordable for more and more young women who want a career at the top. If you too want to reach above the clouds, then you should know that in general, airplanes are classified according to different criteria. In this article, we will focus on mileage, capacity, powertrain and engine specifications. Classification of commercial models by distance traveled. Do you remember that short flight on the Bucharest-Timisoara route? It means that you didn't forget the Bucharest, Canada flight either, an experience that made you stay on the plane for about 14 hours. Well, commercial airplane models fall into three categories when it comes to distance flown. Short distances or short, courier, in general, they can cover a maximum of 200 kilometers, are small in size and obviously have a low capacity. As for the models that operate such flights, we could list an Airbus A320 or an Bombardier CRJ 145, medium distances or medium, couriers. These cover longer distances than short ones, and have a higher capacity compared to the models mentioned above. The best examples of this are the Airbus A320 or the Boeing 73, long distances, couriers. These are designed to travel long distances, up to 15,000 kilometers. Such models are Boeing 747 or Airbus A340. As an idea, such a plane will cover the distance between Dallas and Sydney in about 17 hours. The interior of a passenger aircraft. Classification of commercial models. From an operational point of view, aircraft can also be classified operationally. So there are two big categories: regional planes. These are the planes that operate on short routes, mainline aircraft. We are talking here about large aircraft capable of traveling long distances. If you want to see with your own eyes how pilots manage to get from one point to another, regardless of the distance to be covered, then you could purchase an hour in a flight simulator. It will be a unique experience, especially since the hours spent in the flight simulator are also part of the crew member's training period. Classification of commercial models by propulsion system. Another way to classify airplanes is to analyze the propulsion system. In this sense, there are three categories of aircraft: aircraft with propellers, jet aircraft, propeller and jet aircraft. Classification of commercial models by number of engines. Most passenger planes have 2 or 4 engines, but there are also single-engine planes used for other, non-commercial purposes. Here is a short classification. Single-engine airplanes. Example: Zlin Z142, a model built by the Zlin Aircraft Company and inaugurated on December 29, 1978. Twin-engine airplanes. Example: Airbus A300, the first airplane built by the Airbus Company, produced in 557 pieces between 1972 and 2007. If you wonder how many seats an airplane has, you should know that the answer depends on its dimensions. The Airbus A300, for example, has a total capacity of 266 passengers, multi-engine aircraft. Example: Boeing 727, one of the most popular passenger aircraft models of the 1970s and 1980s. Types of passenger aircraft. Do you know how to become an airline pilot? You enroll in a specialized course. You pay attention and accumulate all the information necessary to operate aircraft, and later prepare for your first interview. Of course, we have summed up all the effort you are about to make in one sentence. In reality, it will take a lot of work, perseverance and courage. During the period in which you will study the field of aviation, you will discover that there are two major manufacturers that manufacture passenger planes, respectively, Boeing and Airbus. On the other hand, worldwide, there are not only Boeing or Airbus planes, but also other models, built by other manufacturers, such as Bombardier, Comac, Tupolev or Embraer. What aircraft do the major airlines operate with? Major airlines have fleets composed of both Boeing and Airbus aircraft. If we were to go back in time, Boeing had a monopoly in this regard, but Airbus has caught up and has managed to gain popularity mainly due to competitive prices. If you dream of building a career in the field of aviation, then you may be interested in how to become a flight attendant. Once you complete the courses and obtain the necessary certifications, you can submit your resume to the airlines. Here you have a lot of options: British Airways, Lufthansa, Turkish Airlines, Air France, or Qatar Airways operate flights with Airbus aircraft. Delta, American, LATAM or Austrian Airlines operate flights with Boeing-type aircraft. Overall, Boeing and Airbus dominate the airliner market, with models made by the two accounting for approximately 99% of airline fleets worldwide. The difference between Boeing and Airbus aircraft. The Boeing company was established in 1916 and deals with the manufacture of civil and military aircraft, being present in more than 70 countries. Airbus was established later in the year 1970. The company produces about half of the world's jet aircraft and is a direct competitor to Boeing. If we were to talk about the differences between the planes produced by the two companies, identifying them could not be easy at all. Many of the models have similar shapes and sizes. In addition, there may be small differences even between similar but different generation models produced by the same company. Here are two of the special planes, models that Boeing and Airbus are proud of. Boeing 777. This model is also known worldwide as the 777. We are talking about the largest twin-engine jet in the entire world, a plane that was built in approximately 1,650 copies. Airbus A320 series. We are talking about the most popular airliners in the world, planes used for short and medium distances. The highest level of popularity was reached between 2005 and 2007. So a passenger plane's speed, number of seats, distance it can travel, and propulsion system may be different from other models available in airline fleets. For this reason, there are several categories with different characteristics. Are you curious to know more? Then, we invite you to build your career at the height.